My name is Marlene, and I contributed to the book I Never Thought Addiction Could Happen to Me. My story starts basically with my parents. My parents had their own addictions that they were dealing with, and throughout my childhood, which was not the greatest to begin with, I thought that I was never going to let that happen to me, that I was going to be smarter than them, that I wasn't going to go near the addictions that they were doing. Unfortunately, I learned the hard way. I didn't realize that after only one use, crystal meth could really get to you and suck you in. I was at my friend's house partying one night, and they were smoking it, and it just seemed to me like that wasn't something that I wanted to do. So I said, no, I'm not going to do that. I'm okay. And let me tell you, peer pressure sucks. Because the more that they ask me, the more I start thinking, well, maybe it wouldn't be so bad, maybe I could just join in this one time, get them off my backs, and then that would be the end of it. So I ended up taking a few hits of crystal meth, and I gotta say, the first couple of times that I did it, there was this wonderful euphoric aspect to it. I felt that I could do absolutely anything. I could come out of my shell, I could be more opinionated, I could get a lot of things done. I was an artist and a writer, and I was coming out with all these new ideas, and I thought it was absolutely wonderful. And then a couple months into it, all of a sudden the paranoia started, and the biting the nails, and always looking over your shoulder, always thinking that you were going to get caught. And, that's got to be the worst feeling in the world, in the pit of your stomach. I started to need the drug more than I thought. I started to rely on it in order to do daily aspects. I started to really just want it more than anything in the world. And so when I moved out on my own, I had a crystal meth cook come and live with me. So not only was I not having to buy it anymore, but I was getting it absolutely any time that I wanted, uncut. And that had to be the worst thing, because I fell hard, and it destroyed me in the long run. I also didn't know up until that point exactly what went into the drug, the harmful effects of it inside your body. There's things like bleach inside of it that really just destroys you. It, depending on what you're doing, whether you're smoking it, snorting it, eating it, it really just dissolves your internal organs. And I didn't realize that at the time, nor I think I would have cared. It really, I depended on it so much and loved the fact that I could get it at any time. But after a couple months of that, I started doing the most horrific things to myself. I would imagine I was hallucinating. I was seeing things that weren't really there. I thought that I was seeing these pimples all over my face, and so I would go into the mirror in my bathroom, and I would just start picking at my face where I thought these pimples were and gouging out sections in my face and not realizing what I was doing until I would be coming off the drug and then realize what I had actually done, where there was blood all over my face, and I didn't quite realize that there were no pimples there. The paranoia got so bad that I really didn't want to leave my apartment. I was always looking out the window thinking that there was a cop just outside ready to bust us. I didn't want to go to work. I was afraid that everybody at work knew what I was doing. At first I was doing the crystal meth at work so that way I could get my job done. I mean, it was wonderful because I was getting all this work done and very quickly, and my clients were happy. But pretty soon it got to the point that they were getting worried about me because every so often I was disappearing and they didn't know why. And so it does take its toll. That's all I can really say. But if anybody, whether or not you're actually doing the drug yourself or you're contemplating doing the drug yourself because there are those pressures and you want to get things done, or whatever the case may be, I really urge you to either go get some help or really rethink this, because it does completely destroy you. The other addiction that I would like to speak about right now is gambling, because me personally, I gave up one addiction and I clenched the other. So I was able to stop the drug use with help from others and move on with my life. And I did very well for a couple years. But certain personal pressures started happening again, and I wanted to release and escape from my world again. I wanted to get out of it. And so I would go gambling every now and then up at the casino where I lived, and it got to the point, the same exact thing as if it were the crystal meth. I went here and there for the first couple of months, and then almost immediately I was going every weekend. I was waiting to get off of work. I never missed work from it, but I couldn't stop thinking about it and work, and I just couldn't wait to get out of there to get back to the casino. And I was spending all my money there, even money that I didn't have. I was borrowing from those cash advance places. I would go and write bad checks. I was borrowing from the casino, just really doing a lot of damage. So the gambling, I did seek help from that by going into recovery, and in recovery I have learned so much and better ways to help myself and get onto the right track in my life to where I'm able to keep a job. I'm not worrying about what I'm doing now. I'm not, I don't have any urges to go gamble. I don't have any urges to go relieve myself with drugs. I do have a support system that I can talk to, and I just really am very thankful for being able to have this in my life, to be able to see where I'm going in a positive way. So, thank you.